Have you ever wondered why some thoughts stick with you while others disappear in an instant? Or why you notice certain things while completely ignoring others, even when they right in front of you? In this video, we're diving into something truly fascinating, your brain. Not just what it is, but how it filters, shapes, and even chooses the reality you experience. And trust me, once you learn how the system works, you will never see your mind the same way again. Let's get into it. We've talked a lot about the mind in previous videos, but today it's time to shift focus and talk about the brain. See, your brain and your mind are not the same thing. Your brain is a physical organ. It's part of your body, just like your heart, your liver, or your lungs. It has a structure, weight, cells, electricity. It functions in measurable ways. But your mind is something else entirely. Your mind isn't confined to your skull. It doesn't live inside your brain. In fact, many of your thoughts aren't even yours. They come from your environment, your culture, the people around you. Your mind receives them and your brain processes them. But make no mistake, they're not the same thing. Now, this might sound strange, and we will talk more about the difference between mind and brain in future videos. But today, we're going to zoom in on something very specific inside your brain. Something that blew my mind when I first learned about it. It's a system called the reticular activating system, or RAS for short. The RAS is a tiny network of neurons located near the base of your brain, right where your spinal cord connects to your brainstem. And even though it's small, it plays a massive role in how you experience the world. Every second, your senses take in millions of bits of information, from what you see, hear, smell, touch, and even intuit. But your brain, it can only process about 40 bits per second. That's it. So how does your brain decide what's important and what gets ignored? Enter the RAS, your brain's personal gatekeeper. Your brain simply can't handle all that incoming data. It's too much. It has only the capacity to process a tiny fraction of it, and that tiny fraction is handpicked by the RAS. Think of the reticular activating system as the bouncer at the door of your brain. It stands guard and says, "Alright, we've got 40 million bits of information trying to get in, but only 40 of you get access. Let's see who makes the cut." The RAS is the filter. It decides which pieces of information are worth delivering to your conscious brain, and which ones get discarded without you even noticing. Makes sense so far, right? Now here's where it gets really interesting. You might be wondering, how does the RAS decide? What makes certain information important enough to pass through the filter? That's the golden question. And the answer is surprisingly simple. Your RAS filters information based on your beliefs. Let that sink in. It's your beliefs, your subconscious programming, that tell the RAS what's relevant, what matters, and what deserves your attention. Your beliefs are like a script. The RAS uses to sort and organize the outside world before it ever reaches your awareness. So if you believe people are unkind, you could be surrounded by kindness and never even see it. Instead, the one argument happening across the street, that's what your brain will notice. Because your RAS goes, that fits our belief system. Let's send that in. And your mind goes, "See, I knew people were mean. I was right all along." But here's the thing. Walk down the same street with a different belief, and your experience changes completely. If you believe the neighborhood is ugly and dangerous, you'll notice the broken windows, the trash in the corner, the graffiti on the walls. But if you believe it's rich in culture and history, you'll notice the colors, the art, the patterns on the walls, the birds in the trees, the way sunlight hits the rooftops. Your brain doesn't see the world objectively. It sees what your RAS allows it to see, and your RAS allows it what your beliefs tell it to. And here's where it gets even more powerful. If you believe you are incapable, guess what? You could go through your day doing 100 amazing things, solving problems, helping people, making progress, but then you make one small mistake. You say something awkward at a party, you fail an exam, you lose your wallet, and suddenly your brain goes, "See, I told you, I'm such a mess. I can't do anything right." Why? Because your RAS ignored the 100 things that went well and zoomed in on the one moment that confirmed your belief. That's the power of your beliefs. They literally sculpt your perception of reality. Friends, this isn't just spiritual talk. This isn't a mystical theory you hear in a temple on a mountain. This is how your brain actually works, neurologically, biologically, and consistently. If you believe people are cruel, you'll see cruelty. If you believe you're unlucky, you'll notice every little inconvenience. But if you believe people are kind, you'll see kindness. If you believe the world is safe, you'll start noticing safety all around you. The RAS registers what confirms your beliefs. Everything else, it throws away. And that's why this matters so much, because you have the power right now to reshape the way you experience the world. Not by forcing positivity, not by pretending, but by intentionally shifting your beliefs. And what's a belief? Really? Great question. A belief is just a thought you've repeated enough times. That's it. It's like a thread. One thread is weak, easy to break. But repeat it enough and that thread becomes a rope. Now imagine a single thread, weak, fragile, easy to snap between your fingers. But twist that thread around itself 10 times and it becomes a rope. Stronger, harder to break. That's exactly what a belief is. A thought repeated over and over again becomes a belief. It's that simple. And here's what's wild. Your beliefs are not sacred. They're not facts. They're not the ultimate truth. Just because you believe you're not talented, not creative, not lovable, or bad at math, doesn't make it real. But your mind doesn't care about truth. It only filters what aligns with what you already believe. So if you keep repeating those thoughts, you keep seeing proof, you keep becoming it, and that's how the loop forms. A belief gets stronger, one more thread at a time. And here's the tragic part. We never got taught this. We went through years of school history, chemistry, geography, memorizing facts, but no one ever said, hey, your beliefs are shaping your entire life. No one said your brain creates your reality based on what you think is true. But it does, it always has. So no beliefs aren't divine. They're not permanent. They're just thoughts that got repeated enough. If you're telling yourself, I'm unlucky, you start to believe it. Then you start looking for reasons to confirm it. And your brain delivers. Your belief gets thicker, stronger like thread becoming rope. And here's the real kicker. Most of us live by just 3 core beliefs. They're called core beliefs, and they are deep. They shape everything. So I want you to really tune in for this next part. Bring your attention right here. Take a breath, relax your shoulders, let's do a quick rest. Because what we're about to explore can literally change the way you see your life. Core belief number 1. Do you believe the world is a safe place? Sit with that for a second. Do you feel like you belong here? Like the earth welcomes you? Like this life is your home? Do you walk through the world with a sense of peace or with tension and fear? Because this one belief, whether or not the world feels safe, creates 1,000 different thoughts. And those thoughts shape how you live, how you love, how you show up. 2 people can stand on the same beach. One feels calm and free. The other feels exposed and unsafe. Same world, different beliefs. completely different experience. Someone else is sitting at home relaxed, but you're anxious. You need 10 locks on your door. Your mind runs 1,000 worst-case scenarios. If someone's 10 minutes late, you're calling the emergency room. Everything always feels like it's at risk. That's what happens when core belief number 1, the world is not safe, takes over. Now let's talk about the second one. Core belief number 2. Do you believe people are inherently good? Pause. Don't think of that one person who hurt you. Forget what society told you or what the media repeats. This isn't about exceptions. This is about your default setting when you look at people, when you see someone new. Do you believe they are kind, loving, caring, even if they don't show it right away? Or do you believe people are dangerous, selfish, manipulative, out to get you? This belief shapes everything because if you think people are good, you open up, you collaborate, you build relationships, you give, receive, grow, trust. You're not afraid to share, to ask, to connect. But if your belief is that people are bad, you isolate. You always stay on guard. You protect yourself, even when it's not needed. Everyone is guilty until proven incorrect. You don't start business with people. You don't trust their ideas. You reject their input. You assume they're competitors, not collaborators. And suddenly, you're alone. Not because people don't care, but because your beliefs never let them in. That's why it's called a core belief. It doesn't just shape one moment, it shapes your entire life. And now, the third one, the most powerful of all. Core belief number 3. Do you believe you are a good person? Not what your brain says, what your heart feels deep down. Do you believe you are worthy, lovable, deserving of happiness, health, success, love, and beauty? Do you believe you belong here in this life? That the universe supports you? That this world has your back? Really sit with it. Because this is the root. Let's tie it all together. Imagine believing this. I am a good person, living in a safe world, surrounded by other good people. Now compare that to this. I'm unworthy, in a dangerous world, trying to survive among people who don't care about me. Same world, completely different life. It all starts with your beliefs. Do you see the difference now? These aren't just two different mindsets. They're two completely different lives, two different versions of you. And here's the beautiful truth. The same way beliefs were built, they can be unbuilt. Beliefs didn't fall from the sky. They were just thoughts, repeated enough times until they become a truth in your mind. And if you build them, you can change them. Take those 3 core beliefs. Add the reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters reality. And you've got the blueprint of your perception. Your mind says, let me filter the world to match what you already believe. So if your belief is, the world isn't safe, guess what? That filter will catch everything that proves the world is dangerous. But if your belief is, the world supports me, then you'll see signs, opportunities, and beauty you used to miss. It's all in your hands. Now you're starting to understand how your mind actually works. And that's why I love this quote from Robin Sharma. You don't see the world as it is. You see the world as you are. How beautiful is that? How profound. Everything connects. Everything makes sense. And once again, I return to most powerful tool you have. Meditation. If you want to change your beliefs, if you want to master your mind, you cannot skip meditation. This is not optional. This is the starting point. Because unless you learn how to control focus, you will keep running the same patterns. You will be stuck in the same filters. Meditation gives you the ability to pause, to choose your thoughts, to catch the negative ones, to redirect your mind before it spirals. And when I say positive thinking, I don't mean fake optimism. I mean useful thinking, powerful thinking, self-supporting thinking, thoughts that serve you, thoughts that build you, thoughts that make you. As you are thinking a useful way, you can decide that you are an unlucky person and then you will see misfortune, or decide that you are a lucky person and you'll see luck. Decide that people are good and you will see the goodness in them. Good people will gather around you and suddenly you will see how many good people are around you and you will attract more and more of them. I truly share these ideas with you out of love and compassion. I sincerely hope they are helpful. I hope that somewhere in your heart or mind a light will turn on and you will follow that light. For me, it's important that we all feel better together because this life is a game and unless we all win, no one wins. If you've been with me this far and found this content useful, please subscribe to the channel.